So here we are, Midweek Motivations, Season 2, Episode 7. Does it feel like it's going fast? Does it feel like the episodes are just like you're craving, you're waiting on that next episode to come on? It's Wednesday and you're waiting for us to post. Is that you? Am I talking to you right now? I know I am. I know you're motivated. So let's get to it, right? So I'm always hearing and always thinking when I have conversations with people on a regular basis that they're like, you got to be grinding. You got to be working. You got to do work. And listen, I've said those things myself when it's time to do that. But when is it time to hit the brakes? When is it time to refuel or recharge? So do you know when it's time to refuel or recharge and when it's time to hit the gas? It's a big question. I think a lot of times people don't know when it's that time. And by no means is it not important for us to rest or recharge. Oftentimes I think people just think that we have to go, grind, get the work in, get it done. And at times that's great. But in the same way that we think of a car, we have to be able to refuel that car for it to get us to where we need to go. Now, you are that car, or your business is that car. And if you're not taking the proper times of when it's time to slow down, refuel, or when it's time to hit the gas and go 100% forward, then that's a question you got to ask yourself about what you're doing, right? Now, listen, I'm all about be more, do more, right? That's our mantra. Be more, do more. To be more than who you are today, you have to do more than what you've done yesterday. I firmly believe that. But let me give you a better example. It makes me think of like my dad. My dad, he would always do this thing where before we go on a trip or we go somewhere or we have to go do work somewhere, I would get in the car and I start looking at the gas meter and it'd be going down and going down and going down. You get that blinking light that tells you it's empty, that kind of thing. And I'd say, Dad, the car, we got to stop. We got to get gas. And he'd be like, no. I know my car. It's okay. It's just telling you a suggestion of what it needs. And be like, okay. And time in and time out, the car would die in about 15 minutes or 20 minutes. And what would happen? I would be behind the car, pushing the car, and my dad would be sitting behind the wheel, or it'd be me and my brother, or something would happen along those ways, right? Why? Because he didn't pay attention to the warning symbols. He didn't pay attention to the signs telling him, you need to refuel, you need to recharge. How many of us wait till we pass out because we're extremely exhausted, or we get sick because we haven't stopped? And so we need to rest. That's your body telling you that you need to rest. Now listen, in no way am I telling you, hey, sleep as much as you want, rest as much as you want. It's okay. You need to recharge. I am not saying that by any means, but you have to know when it's time to recharge. If I was taking a longer trip somewhere and my gas canister said I'm at about a quarter of a tank and I'm about to drive 3 or 4 hours, do you think that would be smart for me to just start driving the car and see how long I could go? Or is it smarter for me to refuel and put gas in the car? Some of you guys have been resting for a little too long. Some of you guys have a full tank and it's gone too far. It's the same thing as when you charge your phones. A little indicator comes and says it's at 100%, and it usually tells you it's unplug. You know why it's telling you that? Because you can overcharge your battery. And what happens is if you keep doing that, the battery at some point can never charge to 100% again. And for some of you, you've either one end of the spectrum. Either you've rested for way too long, your tanks are full, you're ready to go, and you can feel that. You can feel that you're ready to go, which is why you have this calling and this pulling to do something more with your life. Or you're in the other end of the spectrum that you've been going for so long, and you've been going for so long doing stuff that you know has no purpose. You've been doing for so much that you've been wasting your talents doing something that you kind of feel like you're being exhausted, like you're being drained, and it's time to fill that tank. So there's a few things I want you to take away from this, okay? One, it's okay to stop. Not just stop and just sit in one place and do nothing, but for a reason behind it. It's okay to recharge. It's okay to recharge. 2, knowing the difference of when it's time to recharge or refuel and when it's time to hit the gas. I've said this before. When I take trips, I got the GPS up. I'd like to see if I can shave time off that GPS time. If it tells me I'm going to get there in 3 hours, I want to get there in 2 hours. I want to get there in 2.5 hours. Why? Because I know that I can get there faster and safely. Some may tell you different, but I can get there in a sooner amount of time than what the GPS is telling me. Okay? 3rd, understanding is not commitment. A lot of you know that you have to take a break. A lot of you know that you have to recharge. And a lot of you know that you've been recharging for too long, but you're not doing anything about it. So understanding that you have to do something about it is not the same thing as commitment. Understanding is not commitment. And last, do you know when it's time to recharge? Okay? I cannot say this enough. Do you know when it's time to recharge? Do you know when it's time to hit the gas and go? Guys, I have the extreme pleasure of talking to you every single week through these midweek motivations and encouraging you to do something more with the talents that you've been given. You're made for something more than what you're doing. You have a bigger purpose. So hopefully you're getting to a point that you feel this calling to figure out what that is, if you haven't already felt it. That silent frustration that's inside of you, that you feel that you need to do something more with your life than what you're doing right now. We can help you to do that. I can help you to get to that next point. Just let me. Okay, so next week, we have a new episode coming. I'm excited about the content. I'm excited about what's going on the 90-day challenge group. People have been messaging, people have been talking to me face to face, and they've been saying, I've been doing this, I've been changing this in my life, I've been changing these habits to get to where I want to be. But we want to hear from more of you. We want to hear you on the page. We want to hear you on the group page. Message, post, comment. Who else could be motivated by these same words that you're listening to or you're watching, if you're watching through YouTube or watching the video online? Share, share, share. And always, always be more, do more. To be more than the person that you are today, you have to do more than what you've been doing. I hope this leaves you inspired. I hope it leaves you with a calling, with a urge to do something more than what you've been doing. I look forward to talking to you, not just through these episodes, face-to-face, talking to you one-on-one, through messages on Facebook, through comments on the page. Let's get it, guys. Have a good one.